Welcome to NetRush Report, your home for deep dives into the biggest stories in sports. We don't just tell you who won. We take you inside the match, the minds, and the moments that change the game. If you love tennis, subscribe right now, because today, we're going deep into Maria Sharapova's fight for her career. Early career highlights: young Sharapova training, winning junior tournaments. Maria Sharapova wasn't just another tennis prodigy. Born in Nyagan, Russia, and moving to the United States at age 7 to train, she was shaped by sacrifice before she could even spell Grand Slam. By 2004, the tennis world knew her name, but at Wimbledon that year, she became a global star. 17 years old, blonde ponytail, ice-cold stare. She took down Serena Williams in straight sets, 6-1, 6-4, in one of the sport's greatest upsets. This wasn't just a victory, it was a seismic shift. Overnight, Sharapova became the face of women's tennis, signing multi-million-dollar endorsements and reaching world number 1 the very next year. She had the power, the poise, and the mental steel. But in tennis, momentum is fragile. In 2008, fresh off an Australian Open victory, Sharapova's career was on track for even more dominance. But that's when the first warning signs appeared. She began feeling sharp, persistent pain in her shoulder. Pain so intense, she once described it as nauseating. Yet every MRI came back clean. No tears, no visible damage. Doctors couldn't explain it. And for an elite athlete, uncertainty is the cruelest injury of all. Was it just inflammation? Was it in her head? She kept playing, and the pain got worse. I would toss the ball up, get ready to strike, and feel this horrible pinch, like something catching inside my shoulder. But nobody could tell me why. For months, she pushed through. But eventually, the truth emerged: a torn rotator cuff. A small flap of tissue was getting caught at the exact moment she made contact with the ball. It had been there all along. The misdiagnosis had cost her precious time. Hospital hallway shots, rehab training, close-up of bandaged shoulder. In 2008, she underwent surgery. The operation meant 9 months away from competition. 9 months of watching others lift trophies while she was stuck in a cycle of rehab and doubt. For any athlete, time away is dangerous. Your ranking drops. Your sponsors get nervous. Your rivals gain ground. But for Sharapova, the mental toll was even heavier. The world knew her as unshakable, the competitor who screamed after every point. But in private, she was fighting the fear that her career might be over before she turned 22. When Sharapova returned in 2009, it wasn't the fairy tale comeback. Her serve, once a weapon, had become unreliable. She lost to lower-ranked players. The critics circled. But here's the thing about Maria Sharapova: she had built her career on discipline. If she couldn't win with power, she'd win with grit. Slowly, match by match, she rebuilt her game, rebuilt her serve, and rebuilt her confidence. And then, in 2012, something extraordinary happened. The French Open had always been Sharapova's least successful major. Play was slow, punishing, and demanded patience. But in 2012, 8 years after Wimbledon, she completed one of the greatest comebacks in tennis history. She didn't just win Roland Garros, she dominated, dropping only one set the entire tournament. And in that moment, she became just the 10th woman in history to achieve the career Grand Slam. 2 years later, she would win in Paris again. Against all odds, the misdiagnosis, the surgery, the doubts, none of it stopped her. But the shoulder never truly healed. It became a recurring battle, one that demanded more than her body could give. By 2020, at just 32 years old, Maria Sharapova announced her retirement. She left with 5 Grand Slam titles, an Olympic silver medal, and a career that proved resilience is just as important as talent. And maybe that's the real lesson, that even when the world thinks you're finished, the greatest victories can still be ahead. Maria Sharapova's career wasn't defined by one injury or one victory. It was defined by how she faced both. From the misdiagnosed pain that nearly ended her journey, to lifting trophies no one thought she could win again, she proved that champions aren't just made in moments of glory.